Hello and welcome back to the Programming in Ninox Learning Series. In this class, we're going to learn about user functions or user identification functions that allow us to extract information at runtime about users or just the current user within a Ninox application. Before we can start studying our user functions, it's important to know how we set up and configure users within the Ninox application itself. Here we are on our Ninox desktop. We can go into our Ninox settings and select collaborators and click the new button to bring up our collaborator screen. It is here that we define the users or assign Ninox licenses to specific users. Each user will have a name as it is displayed on screen, their first and last name, an email address, and a password that either you assign or they set when they log in for the first time. Once we have defined our users, we can then use these user functions to extract information about the user from within the application itself. And here we see our user functions. Now these aren't all of the user functions, but they're the ones that you're going to refer to most commonly as you build your Ninox solutions. The first three, while they return the same information in this case, are three separate functions. The first one is the user function. This will return the screen name of the current user. And I've set myself up with the screen name admin. The users function, where user is pluralized, will return the screen names of all of the users who are currently logged into a particular application. And they will be displayed in an array which gives us comma-separated objects, and each object will be the screen name of each current user. The user name function will present us with the name of the user as it was defined when we created that user or collaborator using our setup system. And the user full name will give us the first name and the last name with a space between the two in standard case for the current user. And note, user full name has a capital F and a capital N. The user first name field will extract only the first name parameter or the first name component as it was defined when we set up the new collaborator. And the user email function will extract the email of the current user as defined when they were set up as a collaborator. This metadata, these pieces of information about the current user, or in the case of the users function, all of the users currently in the system, allows us to not only personalize the user experience, but it also allows us to automate certain procedures. For example, maybe we want to put a help button on the screen, and when the button is clicked by a user, an email is sent to the system administrator. Well, here in the user email function, we could include a reference to the user whose username is admin. This would extract the email account for that user, the admin user, and we could then have Ninox automatically send an email to that email address. You do not have to add any parameters for any of the user functions. In the absence of a parameter, the function will assume you're talking about the current single user, or in the case of the users function, all of the currently logged in users. Syntax is critical, noting the upper and lower case of each function, as you see it displayed here. And the results of all of the user functions will be treated as text. In our next class, we're going to look at some of the common table functions that will allow you to manipulate entire tables with the click of a button. I'll see you there. Visit us at www.nioxis.com. Here you can learn about different Ninox solutions. You can get tech support through our Ninox help desk, which is available 7 days a week, or you can schedule private one-on-one concierge sessions for training, or we can help you build your application. And if you haven't done so already, sign up for our free Ninox Learning Lab. We do this every Thursday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. Central European Time. These free hour-long sessions enable you to learn more about Ninox, features, functions, and solutions. We have open Q&A where you can get answers to all your Ninox questions, and you can meet other members of the global Ninox community. We look forward to seeing you there.